Mwah. Big kiss. Okay. Hi, welcome in. We are, as soon as I start recording, it goes crazy. You know who you are before I do. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm in such a lovey-dovey mood because I just participated in my favorite activity. I bet you guys can guess, so I'm feeling good. Welcome. We're doing our April 2026 channels Mensahi Yahe Zodiaci Yaki Wacky. Okay, you guys know how this goes. My name is the Holy Cow. I have the remaining zodiac signs here on these little pieces of paper. I always do this just so you guys can like establish a rapport of trust with me if you revisit this shit, because it's like not pre-recorded. It's not like my own personal agenda on this shit. So anyways, but yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and pick a I'm feeling so good in the body right now just because I'm like zenned out. So but yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and see who God would like to go next. Isn't that always exciting? You know who you are, so that's why you're here. But let's see what we got. Ooh, who is it? I don't know. It's like always like, so like, who does God want to go next? It's like who, the build up. What? Who? I just feel like saying that. Who of all people? Okay. Big Leo. Hey, baby. How's the show?
I didn't even show him actually.
You haven't gone yet?
No, then she just asked me to move the phone.
Oh, okay. Cool beans. Okay, cool. Leo. Miss Leo. Let's talk. Leo, how are we feeling? I feel like that's the big message for you, Leo. So I have actually had, you guys know, I knew this, I was prepared for this part of the year, but it's like, I'm so busy, to be honest with you, right now. It's like, I'm doing the like, being good to me thing, and, it's just so funny that I'm giving your message. Leo, I knew this, it's funny that it's kind of, whatever, but, yeah, I think that's a big part of it. I think, Leo, like, you'll be a lot more calm when you have sex. I think that's what it is. I think there's just, like, it's gonna help, yeah. So, there's that. It's just funny, because I feel like whoever's going next after what I just experienced is, like, gonna have, like, what my vibe was. So anyways, Leos, I've missed you guys so much. Oh my God. I hate, like, guys, and I feel like I need to be, like, really, like, calm and grounded, because you guys, we're, me and you, we're going through so much. You guys are in such a wonderful, unique, part of your journey, and I'm gonna be really calm. I'm gonna be very sensitive with you guys, because I've been meaning to actually, like, even write. Something really crazy happened to me on August 13th, and it had to do with you guys, or just with Leo, and, like, my relationship to Leo, like, really changing. Back to, like, being restored. Like, Leo is obviously across the ecliptic from Aquarius, so, like, Leo is, like, so foundational to me. It's like the fire that I feel like Leo's fire is just one of those things where, like, it's like Leo energy for me always when I was growing up, especially when Leo used to be more itself, was just always, like, so supportive of, like, I did a lot, and I feel like Aquarius could be, like, main character, but they could also just, like, not choose to, and so I was always, like, really positively reinforced with my Leos to, like, do the shit and, like, shoot the shit and, like, be the shit and, like, and that's just because you guys are the stage, but Aquarius is, like, the whole audience, the whole experience, the whole theater, so we work on that axis of visibility via the collective and visibility via the individual, and you guys have gone through such a crazy last 8 years with, like, Uranus and Taurus and shit, and, like, I don't know, it's, like, crazy. Shit's crazy. Dude, sorry, Leo, it's also just, like, summer as fuck right now. It's hot, and so this is the part where it's, like, style, no. It's, like, we're gonna be... Hold on. Whew, Leo, yeah, you've had so much going on for you guys. I mean, I think you would really, I think for you, Leo, yeah, and you guys, I've been very sensitive to you guys. I've been very, like, I don't want to say worried, I mean, I guess let's just do the higher message. I feel like you guys are like my beating heart right now, because you guys are the fifth house, which is the children collective, you know? And so when there's so much child slavery systems that are being like turned up, like that's why you guys for the last 8 years, it's like we don't go outside. My life has been nothing but suffering. I don't feel like myself. I don't know where I am. I hate everyone. Like fuck all of this stupid shit. Like everyone is stealing from me. Everyone fucking sucks. But most importantly, like I feel like Leo's like it's really hard sometimes for me with you guys' energy, because I am very, very attuned to when you guys are being abused. Like very attuned. And it's because of my mom. Like my mom's a Leo rising, so Leo signature obviously, but she's also a Sagittarius sun. So Leo rising, Leo energy is like very it's like part of the reason like my the community that I grew up in like knew like my family and like my mother and like the environment that she would curate for just like all the kids in Austin. And like my mom is the type of person that's like every single one of me and my mom was, everyone in Austin knew was like the mom, like when kids were like going, like getting kicked out of their houses or just going through that cycle, they would just like stay at our house. Like my mom would like give our friends our room, and me and Sherman would like take the couch. We just like always had people living with us. It was never just the three of us. There was always hundreds of people in and out of our house every day. Everyone had a key to our home, and it was just like people would just like type of thing. And so, you know, my mom, and a lot of that is her like Leo rising vibes, which is like just like the ultimate playground, you know. And me and Sherman had such a fortunate just like empowering, I mean, my mom is like the best, like she's really a great mother for artists. I think people really, me and Sherman don't like have a ton, but they really see that our artist identity is like very well developed and like something that we could really like hold our own in. Like I think, you know, I mean, like we're Austinites, you know, like I'm saying, like we're regular, like, but I do think that when it comes to like me and Sherman's understanding, my mom was also really big, I think Leo rising was also like a big proponent of like the fine arts and like just the preservation of like the arts as an institution. So, you know, I'm also really grateful because I am an artist, but I also don't have like a rogue artist story where it was like I had to do the whole DIY, figure it out, and then kind of be disconnected to this whole beautiful thing called the art world and actual like the actual fine arts. And my mom was just like crazy. I mean, my mom is like responsible for, I mean, being a director is like, I guess the manifestation of the thing, but if it wasn't, my mom like put me in a director's camp. She was like, you need to go to director's camp. So yeah, so I just went to director's camp, made a film, directed my first film. They made us all VHSs of it, and then ever since then, that was 2004. So shout out that. But anyways, I'm really I'm talking about my mom though, right? Because she's Leo rising, and you guys probably know, obviously you know what's been going down with like my mom and I's what cycle we're on. I'm actually in a pretty shitter cycle with most of my immediate family right now. Unfortunately, it's like my least favorite era for us, because we're all pretty much just having to like do our own thing right now. But in regards to my mom, I'll just tell you a little bit about like, because it's gonna help you understand why I'm so sensitive. Because I think you guys, you're probably looking at me right now like, Alexis, you're the only motherfucking bitch, because every single one of my proper Leo bestie bitches growing up, it was always my least favorite thing, because it was always super cyclical with you guys. So it was always just like, oh god, fuck, like I always knew when it was time for that like really shitty relationship to just come and just like fuck your shit up and just like take your shine. And I think like you guys, it's like sucks so much. It's just, I'm very sensitive to it. I don't know how to explain it. You guys have this, you are like the sun incarnate, and then it's like when you're being abused, it's just like fucking bums me the fuck out. It just like really does. But I'm also like really sensitive to it, and then I'm also like really combative, because I just feel like, to me, it triggers in my soul is like abusing the divine child. And it's, so I just get really, you know, and a lot of times I feel like my relationships with like my like Leo placements, like because I am like fixed at that, like I just really cannot stand to see you guys be done any type of crazy. Like I'm sorry, I just can't, because I can't. Okay, I feel like I've had a lot of contentious relationships with Leos as well, because I am that for you guys. And a lot of times it doesn't just suck to be abused. A lot of times like abuse is so horrific because it just is so disorienting. It just swipes so much of your placement in the world away. And I like really hate to see such a ferocious, beautiful, like majestic like creature like to like I hate to see like you guys in practice just like be like discombobulated in that way, because it's just it really affects your energetics, and it just really, I feel like it puts targets on your back. I feel like it's just like, also like, once you're abused once, I know you guys, it's like such a slippery slope. I know that's why, like, when people abuse you, it's like, because the whole like, hey baby,
Oh, she's right.
oh my god. So so when you guys are, you know, going through that like sort of cyclical process of like abuse and what have you, it's like, I think the worst part of it for me is like how much it takes from you guys more than anything, because of the fact that it's like, you guys can't close your heart chakra. In fact, I think you guys have had a lot of like beefs with God heavily, a lot of like rebellious eras, because of the fact that you were like, can I get at least a bodyguard, a gate code or something? Can we like some sort of buffer, some sort of like whatever type of frequency, or no? Because I just feel like it's a punishment to always have to be open-hearted. Because I feel like even when you guys don't like people, I think your heart is open. So like a lot of times you will be like communicating boundaries. You'll be like, no, I don't like you, but your heart chakra is open, so people will a lot of times too. And again, I'm like really holding space for you guys, because you guys have endured what I feel like has been a lot of the most like horrific, like non-consensual experiences. And again, I think a lot of that comes from the fact that like your heart chakra, again, the disposition is open, and you may not even, you may be a prickly bitch, like, you know, you may not be like super like, oh, I love everybody, or have this demeanor like that. But it's like, anytime in your interpersonal relationships, it's like, it's so easy to register that you're open-hearted, and it can be taken not as weakness, but as, like I said, almost kind of gives like a target for people who are nefarious and are just like demonic in nature, which is, we know that's like plenty of bitches, you know what I mean? There's plenty of demons out here. It's like, girls, not everything is everything, okay? So anyways, so yeah, Leo, I, with my mother, really like always having that in my everyday life. Like I was always around Leo energy and supported deeply by it and loved deeply by it. One of the biggest things that was really hard is like, I really had to parent my mom a lot. She had like I really didn't understand this, because it's where me and my mom are really different. But she's also, I think it is her Leo placement that makes her really attracted sometimes, unfortunately, to like really dark destruction as well. I think it has a lot to do with the polarities of the sun, like what magnetizes or what sticks or what attacks, or, you know. And it's endearing, because your life path as a soul is going to be a lot about the God strength. You know, we talk about the strength card, which is the woman taming the lion, right? And so eventually the idea is, Leo, that like, you know, we are taming sort of this internal beast, because I think a lot of, with Leos too, you guys get in, it's anything that attacks you, it also usually represents like an internal ferociousness, like an internal shadow that has not been integrated. And so a lot of times, like I said, Leo, because like you get so compartmentalized as just kind of being the vitality of the space, like wherever you go, it's like you're the energy, you're like the health bar, you know, of it all. It can kind of also become super archetypal, and then it just feels like you're kind of being fragmented. Like you don't really feel like you're a whole person, you feel like you're Leo, you know, you feel like you're the person that's like everybody's orbiting around, like the sun. But it doesn't, I don't know, I think Leos can feel I feel like sometimes too that cat curiosity that's interested in the destructive path comes from that, like people always orbiting you. As much as people look at your life and think like, oh, that must be something you enjoy so much, I think every Leo placement feels this way, where it's like, actually it's kind of boring to be honest. Because I think the posture of that can be kind of like, you're like, even if you cause the commotion, which you do, you're always really like not the person having the most fun, even though it's like your energy that creates the whole dynamic. I think you're just like really tired of like it always being that, like, I'm usually still pretty like, you know. And I just feel like right now for you guys, a lot of the I just really, with you guys, I always feel really sensitive with you guys, because I just wish I was there more for you guys. Because I do really know what you go through. And it is, you Do not. You literally never deserved. You're just so loved by God. Like, I feel like I'm so sorry to you. That it was like, you remember when that meme dropped that used to be like, the enemies are fucking merciless? I know that it has been like 8-9 years of like merciless enemies. It was just so hard for me to watch that, like, with my own mother. Like, she was just like being like physically abused in the last year, and like I had to like leave her in that position because like when she was in the middle of it, like she really turned on me. And I was raised around like a lot of abuse, and so I know what obviously like a battered woman looks like. And I'm just this is what I want to do to your abusers, just so you know. Yeah, that's how I feel. So I'd have a good cry with you guys because I'm always kind of carrying Leah's truth in my heart because I know how I feel about children. And I hate to see a motherfucker hurt a child. And I'm sorry for all the people who have really made it hard for your inner child to be a child. I think a lot of the abuse that you guys went through completely swiped your childhood. I think a lot of you are sitting here looking probably like I do because there's some abuser who doesn't realize that the years they're taking from you kind of sort of fucking matter to you. And you're Leo. And what was so evil about what they did is that they knew you could have been somewhere else, and you would have been somewhere else doing the Leo thing. Not giving yourself up to something else, but being yourself. And I want you to understand right now, no matter how much was taken from you, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm sorry. You were targeted for so much abuse. That is truly horrible, truly disgusting. And I know how many times it has really made you not want to be on this planet, and you girls know. You know, I'm the first bitch to let it slip. I don't want to be here half the time. I really don't. Because I am so sensitive to the frequency of slavery, of murder, of rape, you know. And when I hear what you guys have faced, like right now, I'm so glad you were next. I'm so glad that God didn't wait to speak to you and to cry with you and to let you know that, like, I think you guys just like went through something right now that it would be really important that you knew God was crying about the situation. Because it's sometimes, Leo, you be so thrown to the streets with these demons that it's like, God, you know. And I have really wanted to work in the last few years with you guys on just developing a way to recover after theft, a way to recover, because I think you guys, the betrayal wound from stealing is so real with you guys. It's very few people that actually even know what that feels like, right? What it feels like to actually like have someone like wake up and be like upset. Like, I think Leo, I'm sorry, Leo, whoever the individual is that just did the fucking Scooby-Doo, Mary Jane, like, fucking take the fucking mask off, like, scary demon, whoever that just showed you there's a demon, I know how scary that was. I know how much the thing that's the most horrifying about it is just the gaping damage it's gonna cause. And I just wanted to let you know that I've very much been there, where it's like, it's not even just this event that's just kind of happening. It's like, I just see you guys, like, I really see some of you Leos, like, you felt like your spirit, like, left your body, straight up. Like, some of you, the finality of these attacks, it's just like, God, please, like, just take a shit, dude. Because it's like, only Leo would get this type of harassment, stalking, betrayal, like, Leo, I don't know why I feel like it was so sadistic what was chasing you, Leo. The abuser that wants to rape and murder and kill the child in you is so sadistic and delusional and demonic that it's like baffling. It's like the type of thing. I just feel like, Leo, you're like dealing with like, oh, sociopaths exist and they don't look like what anyone thinks they look like. No, they're whoever the fuck was harassing Leo. So I started this because it's like, I did you guys' reading and it was like sexual healing was so needed. And I feel like, as tender as you are, like, those are some of the times where like the level of vulnerability that sex could provide, if you have a safe enough space for it, could really actually do that deeper, like, purifying of your waters. And so I'm sorry, I wasn't even trying to just be like overtly, I'm not an overly, it's not like a sexual thing, like, sexuality for me isn't some like, it's not some like heteronormative coinage. So I hope you guys know how like naturalist I am. I'm just like letting you know where I was placed out of my day. So I was just coming in very relaxed and in my body, I feel like. And I was just thinking about, I was like, oh, I wonder how me just having sex was like gonna like connect to like whoever I pick next. And then God's like, Leo's up next. And I just feel like for you, Leo, like maybe the promise of that, the confirmation of that for you is like very soon, maybe. And it's in fact, it's like, and I think too, it's like, because there's another conversation that I wanted to have with you. There's just so much we're gonna talk about, dude. This is probably gonna be the longest fucking reading ever. I have so much to talk to you guys about. Oh my god. And you deserve it. So yours is probably gonna be the longest. And I'm sorry if this is all over the place. I'm just gonna try to like center my energy. I have so much to say to you guys. Oh god, I'm just so glad we're here together. You are safe in this space. And yeah, but oh god. It's like there is a deeper message right now also about like, Leo, your sacral chakra was harvested on when you were a child, which means like mad young you were really taught what to go for, or there was just a lot of shaping around like what you need to be like going for. And so I think there's just like a lot of loaded attitudes that have just kind of been snowballing as you've gone through your life, as you've changed through cycles and stages, like about what it was. And I think Leo was really overdue for a relationship sector, like a 7th house purge, because I think Leos are the ones that like your connections have just been like snowballing and snowballing and snowballing. And I think, you know, we talk about, well, Abraham Hicks talks about segment intending, right? And the segment intending is really like taking a segment and being like, we have to put a start and an end on the little chunk that we're going to deal with right now, or else we really won't be able to accomplish anything. So when we segment intend, it is about putting our consciousness in and tuning it to the thing that we are trying to like complete the segment, right? And so in terms of your relationships, I just think, Leo, you've had this almost like, you know, like the Rolodex that's just like it's like your connections, once they start, they unfortunately never end. And I think you're getting to this place where it's like you have too many bitches in the phone book right now, because the way that you were raised was with the attitude that that's how it goes, that there isn't cycles in life, that it's just like, you're a Leo, you need to lock in and be loyal, and you need to stay. And it's like something like with my mom, like one of the things that she doesn't realize is like her soul and her life has taken her completely out of her hometown, but the Leo rising in her and the childhood parenting, like she still talks about herself like, I'm just a not shit girl from Luland, I'm still just a little hillbilly. And she's like not that at all anymore. She's like transformed like a million times through a million like life altering situations in her life to still be the little country black girl from Luland, Texas, you know what I mean? And it's like, sometimes I really look at her and I'm just like, I can tell she really thinks like she's still, it just, I can't even explain it. It's like, it's like, you know, and I think that's why you guys really, like, Leos deal with me like they deal with medicine. Like, I'm the Robotussie, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the Robo trip you girls are on, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, Aquarius is so segment intended, so like Aquarius energy for Leo placements is really helpful because it's like, because Aquarius is so choppy with it. Like Leo is just a burning flame that just kind of like could set your whole life on fire. But then it's like, when you see Aquarius, it's like Aquarius can be savoring and enjoying the meal that they prepare. It's like, you know, you can see me where it's like, I think too, you guys are really leaning into me right now, because like, it may be very foreign to you that it's like, whoa, Alexis just be like super detached. She'd be like, one day she'd be fucking with you, and the next day she'd be like, fuck off. And then she's just happy. Like, she's literally happy. Like, she's not doing it in like heavier. She's like cussing people out, and then she's like skinnier and prettier afterwards. And I feel like you guys have maybe been like trying that out for yourself in your own little wounded ways. Bless your heart. That's so sweet. But yeah, haven't even gotten any cards out. 25 minutes in. I just want to make sure we feel safe. Again, let's just make sure you guys got water, you know, a blankie, a friend. Leo, this would be me and you right now. I'd be like this, like that. That's what I would do for you. So Leo, I think I'm hearing you in the ether. You're like, bitch, we need somebody to hang out with tonight because it's not safe out there. Okay, let's hang out tonight then, Leo. Let's just talk. Let's just do our Leo and Lex. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So let's just open up and just bring in some lighter energy. I just want to open up and thank you, God, for the Leos that are still here with us today, to be able to connect and to hopefully just hear what you have for them. I think I'm really grateful because I know this collective definitely needs you to speak to them directly, and I hope I can facilitate that. Please just give me the focus and the vocabulary to like be appropriate and sensitive. I don't want to be an asshole right now, and I don't want to be separate. These people deserve so much more from me than I even probably, I can't believe you guys are going through what you're going through and you choose to watch other studios. It's just like, I need to take my job seriously. I can't be it's like, you know, so I'm really thankful that you're here right now, because I guess that means like for you, this feels like medicinal. And so I'm just going to make sure I do that for you. And I don't want to just like be talking about myself. I just want to make sure you get what you need, and I want to be like listening for you. So thank you, God, for just like protecting these people, because Jesus Christ. So let's see what our energy is and what Spirit has for us. Ooh. Well, first of all, I just did a shuffle and the cards did not mix. So, off top, we're definitely overstanding. It's like a lot of like there's this, you and abuse, you and abusers. It's not mixing. It's not mixing. It's literally back the fuck up. Actually, exactly how I feel. Actually, yeah. Okay, we're tapped in. You want me to be, I get it. You guys are watching, you're tapped in, you know, I'm on your flow. Okay, good. Because I just, you know, like I said, I'm really in the new world chilling right now. I've really healed up a lot of stuff. So you know, just let me know where we're at. But let's see. Whew, let's see what we got for God. Thank you, Leo. Bitch, I looked over at the Mona Lisa. She's smirking at me. I'm smirking at her. Leo, you fucking did it, dude. You walked away. You walked away from it. I am so fucking proud of you to understand that nothing that whatever illusion that you would kept you from walking away from something you knew God wanted you to surrender, whatever was holding you, material, contracts, status, opinions of others, pressure, abuse, whatever it was that was keeping you from doing something that I think your spirit really knew it wanted to move forward from. I am so incredibly proud of you for finally deciding and knowing that it doesn't matter what is ahead in this valley in front of me. Eight of Cups, I have got to get the fuck out of Dodge. This can never be me again, Leo. This can never be you again. You are 1000% at a place where you know this shit, these old stale empty cups that I just kept filling up and filling up and filling up. That was the thing. These weren't water sources. They're not connected to source. They're motherfucking solo cups. And they're asking for your jungle juice all night. And you've been fucking filling them up and filling them up and filling them up and filling them up. And they've been lying to you, acting like they sourced this shit themselves when it's literally in broad daylight. They literally go up to you and expect you to fill it up with your water. So guess how much water is in Leo's cup? From filling up 8 motherfuckers. Not much, I'm sure you know. I'm angry for you. I'm angry for you. But I know that anger is what fueled you to be like, I don't even give a fuck what we was finna do. It can't matter. This is a massive break for you. Because there is no more old glory. There is no more loyalty. I think there's just something so important about how loyal you used to be to the 8 of Cups. You used to think it was an achievement, right? Because the 8s, when we get there, when we get to the 8s in the tree of life, right? There's this idea of the 7s are this distinguished achievement, but the 8s are mass production, right? So it's almost like you are walking away from, I'm almost hearing like an 8-year cycle where you were like producing everybody else's life but your own. And remember how I started this off feeling like it's like, you know, people think because you run the circus and everybody's orbiting around you in the circus that you must be, that what happens at the circus and all the magic and all the fun that's going on at the circus is also something that Leo's participating in. But actually Leo's like stuck, like the sun is, in the middle, not really even getting to move. All the planets get to move, and I feel that way. I feel like you've been stuck the last 8 years and you have not gotten to move, but everyone whose cup you fill up gets to go rip and run and be free. And there's something about you, no matter where you've actually been placed or whether you can get, like, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you're on like house arrest. I just genuinely mean like you could even be running around, but it's like something about you was just being shackled, and it's connected. These are all demonic entities because they're empty. A demon is an empty vessel. They don't have what you and I have on the inside. There's nothing there. That's why they attach to you, they suck you, and then they keep sucking. And remember I talked about your health bar. These guys were like, and you really needed spirit to cut. It's almost like, Leo, I feel like 8 or 9 years ago, you jumped into some spiritual lake that was just like a spiritual lake full of demons. And when you came out, you had all these leeches on you. I don't know why God is telling me to channel that. And it's like, it took spirit slicing. It's like, if you want, I can't even, and they're like sucking your blood this whole time. And it's like, spirit is the only one. I feel like there's something spiritual. There's something that spirit puts in your life, whether it's an influence, a leader, a figure, just something, but there's something that you know you have to go to get it removed though. Because I can't remember, I was just telling you, I was like, I'm really surprised you're at Tethered Studios based on like what the fuck is going on in your life right now, how like just cataclysmic certain things kind of are. And I'm like, oh my God, I really want to take my job seriously. But I feel like that would go along with the message. It's like, you have to go, this is so bad, this pretty much depleted your whole life force energy for so almost to the nub, taking your resources and your ancestral, your abundance on astral, that it's like you have to have, this is the type of help that can't be reversed without a spiritual practitioner. It's like you can't even remove these guys. Because remember I talked to you, demonic possessions, you want to have some urgency with those guys, because the longer they stay, the more they siphon and switch your energy. So it is very possible too for you to completely lose people. Those are the things that I was worried about with, like I said, when I was talking about how my family this year were like really distant, it's because they are all 3 of the other Taylors are struggling in sort of like demonic partnerships that are like succubus based, I guess. And so there's parts of my other family members that are like completely being drained in their energy, and I really tried my best to like mouth off and like try to like, you know, be the factual mirror to them, but I do always kind of remind them, it's like you do have to move with some urgency, because there is a goal with demonic possessions. They want total takeover. And I think that's something you notice is like whatever this demon is in your life, this dark ass entity that you are like, and it's a lot of them. It's one huge demonic entity that's been chasing your soul, and it just incarnates through all these Muppets, these fucking guys. And it's like, but it got to the point where I think you thought you could handle it. I think you thought you could manage it. And I think that's what my mom did. I think she thought she could manage her little demonic boyfriend until it's like, Anna, now they're hearing me, simple plan. And I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep all the blood in my head. Instead, I'm going under. Yeah. you were trying so hard to like keep all of this under control, and I think you were dealing with a bigger force than you were aware of. I think Leo thought maybe it was a lot lighter than it was. Again, the harvesting on the children, the exploitation. I also think that you guys know a lot about like being exploited in your childhood. So like whatever your gifts were in childhood, like a lot of times like you were asked to like exploit them in some ways. It could even be something as simple as just like the ways you had to rebalance your family. Like if you were always the calm one, like it was just like it's like overdone. It's like it's not like you can just be calm for you. You got to be calm and like, you know, to help your fucking mom and blah, blah, blah. Or you know, or it could be something as like big as like you were a child star or some shit. It's like, and that just having to deal with that and navigate with that is the reason why you thought you could take on, like, I'm getting like Armageddon level demon, and you were like, oh, I got it, I can body, because like your inner child just was like always asked to do just like absurd shit, like because you're prolific, you're like the sun, you know, everything, you are your own source. So it's just like I want to take a moment to acknowledge I am so goddamn proud of you. You walked away. And, you know, I told you guys about how my mom, like I said, I hadn't spoken to her in so long, since she kicked me to the streets. And, you know, she texted me out of nowhere, and she's like, I really got to get out of Austin. And when she came here, she was still in a relationship with her abuser. And so I was like, okay. But it was definitely her higher self needing me. Like, she called, so my mom, Leo rising, she texted me out of nowhere, and we are in like a standoff. We're not speaking, we hadn't spoken in almost a year. But not me not speaking. She told me she hates me. So she was like, I fucking hate you. She was demonically possessed. She was possessed, and she was literally like, I fucking hate you, Alexis. She said I fucking suck. She just called me the dumb. She literally was like, I'm a fucking shitty wife. She said that I fucking suck at direct. It's like a bunch of shit, but she was like, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate the way you speak. She severed. She really Ted Bundy'd me, for real. And I was like, wow. And it was because of her partner. And it was really hard for me to hold that experience, because when you're watching someone be abused and they have no way, they can't ask for help. Like, my mom is like, so the fucked up part about it is like, I'm the only person that's like, I'm like my mom's like best friend. Again, Leo rising, but like, I'm the only one that like really she can talk to, and that like understands her, and that also she likes. Like, I think it's really big for you, Leo. Like, you don't really go to people, you don't really do advice, but you definitely only want like vibes. Like, you're the friend, like Leo, the friends that like you really, you know, the friends that you're like my real, like the guys, my real friends, they need to, there's something nurturing about them. There's something aspirational about like all the people that you feel most comfortable about. Like the people that really fuck with you and really love you, Leo. I think you just, there's something that they would all look at you and say, like, they know that it's just like it's just like there's a need. Like, Leo's just like, I need, it's like, you know what I mean? We get it, okay, Leo? And you don't understand what I've been holding. You don't understand. My mom is not safe. And that's how I felt about many of you. I don't sleep well at night. If you're wondering if I sleep well at night, knowing that, I know you're with demons. I know that. And I hate that for you. And I also don't just hate it for you. I really worry for you guys a lot, because because Leo, when you're with me, I know you're safe. But then when you're with the bitches, I'm like, I can't, and so it's like, I have to just like let you go, because you just like want to go do the Leo thing, and you're going to go be pulled in and sucked in by these succubuses, because you have that heart chakra that's open and doesn't have a gate or a code or a pass. It's like anybody can go in it. And I wish that not everybody could just get into your heart, because I think the thing that I'm just telling you about my mom because I think you'll understand, but it's like with my mom, like when it was more like what really hurt is that she like really replaced me. Like, she really like, I mean, she's with a demon, but it's like, she is with this man, and like in practice she's just like saying other people play the role that I play. And so like with Leo, like, I'm glad we're coming together and having this chat, because it's just like, I feel like there's beef, you know, because my beef with you, Leo, was like, excuse me, sorry, Leo, it's funny that you're saying that bitch is doing what I do for you, because that's what we knew was fraudulent. And that's how I knew my mom shit. So I was like, my mom was over here saying like, CJ's the only one who fucking cares about her and helps her with this. I was like, that's crazy. She would just start giving him credit for all the stuff I do for her. And so then I had to cut her off, because I was like, bitch, fuck you. Because it's my love language. It's labor to give you all the things that I want to give you, because I want to try for you, Leo, you know. I said I had to tell her, but then it's like, the same time to just be like, oh, this man is the love of my life, instead of like, you know, like my child daughter who's like actually exceptional and cares about me. It's just, I don't know. So that was where I was at with it, Leo, because it's just like you guys do get in these demonic possessions, but then you be really like cognitive dissonance with the shit. So you do kind of really be like, that's my brother, or that's my best friend, and then your real brothers be like, that's your brother. Like, I think people have problems with you sometimes, Leo, because like sometimes when you're cliquey, so like when you get into around certain groups, you play a different role, but then you be using vocabulary that is, and so sometimes people be looking at you like, well, which one is it? Damn, like, is it me? I thought I was you know. And then sometimes and I think, Leo, you deal with that. I think Leo, I want you to have a future that isn't so like, because I know you know this, it's like, nah, I know the homies that I go to when I need to talk about how I feel. I know the homies I go to when I want to have a good turn up party. I know the homies I go to when I want to listen to good music. I know the homies I go to when I want to do this. But, you know, I think that you don't understand that type of fragmenting others is actually what makes them very resentful and start that like jealousy, residual, like hateful, because you're still at the end of the day compartmentalizing people. So you're not really saying like, I want a whole person that has all of the qualities that I'm looking for. And I think you know that now, because I think that cycle exploded where it was like, you can have all of this in one cup instead of needing 8 different people to sort of give you a myriad of things. And I honestly, I think this is a beautiful thing, Leo, confirmation. Because I think recently in your life, in general, recently, like in the recent past of life, you've kind of come across an example for you of what having it all could look like in one spot. Not just in like a romantic dynamic, but for whatever having it all could look like in one place. I think God has shown you that. Just to lovingly juxtapose something else, because I think the other problem, the fact that you never ate of cups, like the fact that you never stopped filling up these people's cups, even though it's at your own expense, a lot of times it just comes because, you know, we talk about, it's like, you thought that was your shit until you tasted better. And that's what a lot of people feel about you right now, Leo. It's like everyone who you, like, I think you felt really isolated too, because maybe people who've always fucked with you kind of started like putting distance with you. Long time relationships, the people that really, you know, the people that really know you. And I think it's just because you don't see that. It's like sometimes people can only tell you, so if you're not really ready for something too, people also know you're fixed. We can't make you do anything. So it's like sometimes people just kind of back off with you, because it's like, sometimes it's really easy for people who have had a lot of variety to see how Leo is just like in a small pond picking from what's around them. And because you're so, it's not pride, but it's like you're proud of your choices and how much you really like love things that bring you vitality. It's very possible though to be like in a space, like say you walk into a club one night, and in that club, let's say it's like, Leo, you're the type of person that's like, in this club, I've got to find my wife in this club. And instead of doing the thing that's like, if I'm ready to find a wife, just ask to find a wife and open it up. And it could come in any club, it could come in any park, it could come anywhere. But instead, you're the type of person that's like, this thing is gonna be in here. And a lot of people might look at you and it's like, because you're so prideful, sometimes people can't tell and then your ego really gets hurt because you don't want to be wrong. So sometimes you'll like claim something like, because it's really I'm going to hold space for you, because what you really need to start claiming instead of bitches is your passion. Like, for example, you'll project what, like, you guys are very similar to me in terms of sex drive. So you guys don't think I'm weird when I'm like, that's why I can open this up talking about sex. I can like let you guys know, like, I literally just hot off the press, because you guys understand that. Like, you guys understand it's like, right, yeah, the burning fire, you get it. And so when we talk, we have very similar libidos in that way, but I think at the same time, Leo, you have to really understand that, like, a lot of times, like, you'll be really wanting to like satiate like your natural, for like your desire to have like really deep, passionate, love-making intimacy, right? And a lot of times that can just get projected onto a person. But what you really need to understand is, like, even with the person, it's actually the desire in you. So it's like, it's just, again, the framework that I think we're going to talk about and like meditate over and chill with each other over in this message is like really knowing how to just connect with the part of it that you can control, which is like the input, right? Because we can get in a marriage and we could be married to someone, but really all I'm actually able to control in this dynamic that I'm in is like what I want. So if I really am connected to my passion, which is like, well, I'm this type of person that knows my sexual appetite is this way, and I know this and that, and I know this and that, instead of not defining my morals, my values, my beliefs, my desires for myself, a lot of times what you'll do is you won't do that definition work. You'll just start seeking out something like a partner, a job, a business, and some sort of opportunity outside of yourself. When really what maybe we need to do 4 big confirmation. So really what maybe we need to do, and let's do that together. Like Leos, let's define ourselves. Leos, we need you. This is another big thing. Another reason you're walking away from all this stuff is like you're filling all them up, but also they didn't meet any of your needs. Well, one, there's nothing in there, so there's no source. So they couldn't do anything. They might as well not even have a pulse. Right? I see like a lot of Leos hanging out with like vampirical type of frequencies, like dead inside ass niggas. And so then that can kind of really scar you. I think a lot of you are coming from very scarring things because it kind of makes you feel like, are you a sociopath? Do you not? Because I feel like it's just like that hot and cold energy of where it's like when you get put around people who show you that some people don't have any consideration for fucking human life, I feel like those are the type of niggas you be around sometimes. It's like the type of niggas, it's like, you don't even give a fuck, do you? That I'm like alive. And that what you're doing right now is just royally, like truly fucking my whole shit up right now. And you just, wow, I just really didn't know. I just see you guys having that conversation where it's like, you're so mad. You're so like I'm wearing a red sports bra. It's like, the type of rage. This is literally being so angry. You just, I told you guys 2026, not enough people are passing away. I feel like when you just had this death and rebirth, you just passed away. Like the truth you came into, like finding out that these are all demons. It was like, I'm going to pass away. It's just, it went past road rage. It went past anger. It's just, the anger is so angry. The kettle is so kettling. I mean, it goes past, you know what I mean? It goes past even like, I can't even believe I can't even believe those people were right about that. It's so deep. It's like so bad. Oh my God, it's a huge humiliation. It's like, it's a lot. But I really want you to know, Leo, like we're defining ourselves right now because I think, again, you were like entering partnerships where it's like, there's like nothing on the table in the contract that's about you having anything you want. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm seeing that you were, up until like today, you were really in some shit that is truly just like, why am I thinking all I am here to do is make sure y'all got a job and that your cup keeps flowing from my labor? I don't even know how else to say that. That's it for you, Leo. It's done now. These fuckers are dead. Don't come chat shit to Leo about not shit else. Because Leo is on the little door from the Titanic, floating with her dead husband Jack's body at the fucking... But just the trauma. I feel like you are Rose. After Jack fell to the bottom, she's just sitting there. You're in that passage, and that's why we're having a fucking 47, and I'm only taking one card out. But it's like we're having this long chat right now because I'm with you. I'm joining you on the door right now, and we're waiting for a rescue boat from the fucking Titanic because I feel like the Titanic just sank for you, Leo. And all you are left with is a little door to float on until another dinghy boat. But in the meantime, you're getting you're like you just feel cold and wet right now. And that's why God had me come on here and do you next, because I just have this very warm energy that I think to dry up some of that, because it just feels like mildewy, moldy, wet and cold. Like people are so cold and just so like, and it's totally bumming out your beautiful warm heart. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I feel like all of our zodiac messages are always about people like stealing like a lot from you, you know? I'm sorry. They took a lot from you. But I don't even think this is about what they took from you materially. I think someone has left. And this sorry I'm over crying right now. It's just like, I didn't want to be right about my mom's boyfriend. Like, I really wanted to be just like, I hope one day it's just that I was really the bitch and that I misread the situation. And I feel really sorry because I don't want to be right about your situation. Like, I don't want you to think that I'm happy that this happened to you at all. I'm not. I'm really so sorry. I really wanted nothing but the best for you in life. And I just, I don't take joy out of like laughing at like, someone has completely hollowed out your entire emotional foundation. I don't know what kind of sick, sadistic shit you gotta do to achieve that. But it looks like total defeat emotionally. They hollowed out a really big part of your heart. I'm so sorry because, Leo, the worst part about this is you genuinely cared. It's like you really loved this. Or you thought you did. And this type of trail of tears, I'm not happy about this. I don't want to be right about that. It still doesn't feel good. So, sorry. I'm sorry that it was as bad as I thought. I'm just so sorry. So evil. So heartless. Album suggestion. 808s and Heartbreaks or some shit. Maybe for you guys. Just a suggestion. So there's this emotional reinvestment, and I do think that it's funny how, like, I am the channel for you as this channel is coming. So the Five of Cups is the most emotional reinvestment. It's when, what the fuck? You're a third party? Because you didn't think this was capable of spilling. You didn't even think these were third parties. They spill, that's how you find out they're a third party. That's also how you find out who your Two of Cups. It's really the most unfortunate arrangement because it doesn't look like you're going to be prepared for any of the things you have to do. You're not prepared for this situation. You're not prepared also now because you know they're not your love. You're definitely not prepared with a foundation for your new love. So I just think you feel emotional wreckage, you know, total, complete emotional wreckage because it's like this energy didn't help you set up a foundation for anything. I don't even think you're that sad about what's leaving. It's just that it's like, wow, I know you're a demon because you really also made sure to fucking wedge the knife that I couldn't have a foundation with this thing. Whew, thank you, Spirit. And now it makes sense, so I know. But trust, Leo, trust. God has a plan. You don't have to worry. You weren't supposed to have, if they took the foundation and you don't feel like you have a foundation for what you know is your soulmate, you might be surprised. You might be surprised. Your soulmate, what's really for you, the people who really love you. I'm here. Keep a place for me. I'll keep a place that it's nothing. Whatever. The people who love you have kept a place for you. Leo, I'm seeing a lot of you having to make those calls home. You know, like, Mom, can I come over tonight? And I'm seeing that scene, you know, when someone like just kind of, you know, it's like a movie montage and they have a breakup. It's just like silent music playing. You're on some real like Lorelai Gilmore shit. You're on some real like, you know, when the girls would go through it, you know, and it was just come no judge like. But if you didn't know, it's so balanced because your true counterparts in life are in an opposite and equal energy from you. So you don't feel like you have any stability. You don't feel like in the world of the material you have shit to shake for it. You feel like you're totally drowning. That's why you remember how I said I got the visual of like you're in the Titanic and you're in the middle of the ocean. Look at all these cups spilled. You literally feel like you're lost at sea. Emotionally and intuitively and spiritually, yes. Yeah. Lost at sea. And there is something that is coming. There's an energy that is just, it's like the work that they do somehow anchors the fuck out of you. When you are in the middle of what feels like the most volatile, deep sea, like I'm talking like scary deep sea shit, like deep sea fishermen, like, and you're on a wood plank because of how these demons will spit you out. There is something that gets juxtaposed. Your Two of Cups is juxtaposed so differently, but the two of your actual Two of Cups, like when you turn around, it's like we got this whole physical plan for you. It's funny. You might be at a loss for words like, I guess this is over. I don't know what we're gonna do. And someone is so funny. It's like Spirit's like telling me like, okay, so you know when like musicians have to like, they have like, they're too run down or something with the tour. It's like, you know when people are like they got a tour or something. It's like, I'm too run down. I gotta cancel the tour or some shit. I'm like on like they're like low key on drugs or something. It's just like they're run down. So it's like the tour's not working out. And so it's like you gotta scrap that one because it's like, sorry, you can't do that. But then it's like somehow God, it's like everything that you had to get rid of, that you had put your whole foundation in, it's like you invested your entire foundation in something, Four of Pentacles, right? And it left you at sea because all it really was trying to do is like they were trying to bait you, they were trying to like let you drift out to sea. That's everyone that was around you wanted you to drift to sea. That's the truth. That's the truth. And then they hoped you drowned out there in the choppy waters. They were hoping you drown. I think you know that is a horrible wound to have on your heart because it's like these are people that you said you unconditionally loved. So that's a true tip of evil. This is a true evil. But now you're into something completely different. You're into something completely different. Because ironically enough, they plotted on you to send you out to sea and they left you there and you are at sea listening to this as we speak. And then all of a sudden there's some anchor that comes and it's like your whole disposition changes because it's like the good news about these abusers is there's none of your desires were embedded in this. So the great news is this is like the ex that's like, they were actually an abuser the whole time, but because that's the truth of what was going on. So even if you were an illusion, you weren't really in a love dynamic. They weren't in a love dynamic, even if that's what you were saying or thought you were feeling. But the real good news about an abusive situation is that you leave, and I hate to break it to you, Leo. No, I love to break this to you. You are literally so hot, you literally can just leave and be like, oh, great. Like, you're literally ugly. Thank God. Like, thank God I'm not in this because I don't find you attractive. I don't think you're interesting. I don't think you're cool. Like, I feel like you're having this moment where it's like, right. Because it's like, they definitely left you at sea. It was horrible. You were in this whole emotional space. But then it's like, I don't know. There's the person that's for you, the things that are for you are in an opposite energy. They're not under demon attack. So it's almost like, you remember how I told you my mom just showed up and she almost just kind of like, acting like she wasn't like just spent the last year like completely getting her ass beat by a man. She just came here to Atlanta and she saw that me and Dennis were on our boss fight, so she just got here and we were just like literally resumed our bullshit. Like we're back at the mall food court, we're like doing our fucking thing. Like me, Dennis, and my mom are like three peas in a pod. Like my mom, again, Leo rising, like Leo's, you don't understand. My mom is like best friends, well, like historically best friends with me and Dennis. My mom is like the type of mom, so when me and Dennis moved to New York at 23 years old, after I graduated college, we were like, well, after I graduated college, I was always going to move to New York because I was going to go work at CBS this morning. And then obviously, like, I didn't really want to go into traditional broadcast. I wanted to obviously I am what I am now, so we see why I didn't, but I was going to go to New York for work after Seattle, either way. And then when Dennis met, I was like, well, this is perfect because New York was always like a goal for him as well. So it just was like, it actually opened up because I was like, well, I'm actually going because of job security. So we could just both move after he graduates, since he was already living with me in Seattle by that time, a few years before I graduated college. And my mom was like the type of it, she hopped in the back of our Nissan Rogue and like road trips with us, like just does it. And we just like, she's like, I'm gonna fucking go to New York and hang out with you and all your underground artist friends. Let's go. So she's fucking road trips. So she's like that type of person. So like Leo is like, me and Dennis, like, we've had a hard time not having our Leo rising bestie. Like, Wanda's like our best bitch. Like, we just like, you don't really understand, but it's like, so it's just been kind of hard for us, for her to be going through abuse cycles, because we're just like, okay, well, your abuser's taking our girl. We need our girl. So can you like stop, type of thing. But when she got here, it was like me and Dennis obviously are doing what you guys see us doing, building our, we're really here. We're just in the book and building, servy. We're not really in that weird kind of did that like healing thingy. So I just feel like the people that are for you, there's something really, this is sweet. This is warming your heart. I think in a fucked up way too, things that are demonic, I think you guys really love, if you're always on the community tab, how much I talk about. I was like, don't lose your faith in the humanity of it all. Like, don't think that there are more demons than there are angels or good people. Like, the fucking schizophrenic shit that you just went through, that like, actually, these are warlocks, these are dark demons that were sent to you to like destroy you. So it's because you're loved, it's because you're the sun, it's because you're the center of the universe. Like, that's why. And you're just like hot and vitality, like you're just like awesome, like you're just like really, like it's just not hard to feel great about your vibe. And that's why that wanted to do that to you, so you can specifically just not be that, so you can just not feel that way. But I'm seeing like so many of you Leos like really finding an appreciation and just kind of like looking back at like, if you those childhood friends or those family, or even just like your family that is really good to you, you're like, maybe you have like a really good relationship to a sibling or a parent, or it's like just, or maybe like your neighbors who've known you your whole life. It's like, I feel like through this experience, you are really coming home to yourself in a way that I just think is so beautiful, because you see what you had that I think you left. I think the issue too is, this is so sucky because you did get drifted out to sea. Someone like, I almost feel like a siren called you out to sea, all the way out, and you were so under their spell, and you were just going and going and going and going until that demon, you got out to sea and you got so close and you were ready to like suck on the yiddies. You're like, yes, this siren, this is like juicy, her song is so sweet. And then I'm just seeing Leo, like, she's like, and it's like not, it's fucking Medusa, it's a crazy bitch, it's actually a demon. It was like life for you. There's been this like, I feel like this is like this sea song. Like, you've had this like seaman's blue, like this man at sea, like you've been like hearing some melody. And Leo, that's what I'm saying. I think this is like grounds for your next art. It would be so beautiful to hear from you, honestly, about that imagery, about being adrift at sea, about being summoned out to sea by something of that nature, because you saw something. This is like seeing like bioluminescent fish a species we've never seen. You saw a demon species we've never seen. It would be really beautiful if you express that, if you are an artist, because I'm, whatever. But anyways, that's just another side note. But I feel like you have this beautiful feeling right now where you're just like, you're looking at some of your buddy. It's almost like Leo's, I think too, you lost so much of yourself. This person completely isolated you. It's definitely a lot of narcissistic vibes going on here. Not just person, these people, it's a whole association. I think you're clearing out like a whole lot of bitches. Like, but I think the thing too is they like really kind of just, they isolated you, so you haven't even been with your guys, the friends that always text you. And I think like there were a lot of people that like this energy, this influence made you think weren't the shit. And actually, like, that's exactly how a narcissist will do it. They'll make you think like the people you've loved your whole life aren't shit, or they're always going to tell you the people that have really shown up for you and real, like, again, there are people, Leo, Okay, so there was a big tug of war going on with you, where this person was really trying to manipulate you, or these people, this demonic entity that was in your life, was really trying to basically turn everything that was your real reality. They were trying. Look, you had, it's like, Leo, you had all this. So like, Leo, you know what it's like to have a best friend since kindergarten. You know what it's like to have real, like, fans, like, love, like, people who love you and have, like, followed you. If you're, like, Leo placement artist, like, yeah, you have people who, like, participate and are one-to-one with you, like, really, like, know and can talk about and and also I'm seeing, like, people who put some change into you, you know what I mean? Like, just, like, people who aren't disconnected from you. They really wanted to support your art, Leo. Like, there's a lot of people who want to go out of the way to let you know, like, I want to make sure you get along because you're used to, you know what I mean? And I feel like this energy was all illusions and mirages. Again, the siren, it's like the siren energy that's like calling you out to sea, that just so you could go out far enough and just like never make it back to shore. But then all your bitches are at shore and they're like real. I feel like this person had you somewhere doing stuff that's like not real. Like, I think you're really freaked out because it's like, wait a minute, we're not even really doing the thing though. Like, for example, if you're in a relationship, this would be someone where it's like, this isn't a real relationship. And it all dawned you at once. If it's like a friend group or peers or collaborators, it's like, we're saying we make art, but like the way that we do this isn't even really like making art, is it? Is this even, what is this? Are we even really like, you see what I'm saying? And so I just see a lot of Leos running back to their phone and just like going back and looking at how many, I see a lot of Leos with like a lot of missed text messages from those friends that always just genuinely reach out to you, but they don't do it for $1. They're not gonna get you. It's not about being seen. It's not like, but I feel like this influence I want to tell this bitch to shut up. I want to tell them to shut up, because it's like, they're always talking about how other things aren't good enough for them. But I mean, have you seen them? And I think a lot of the people that really knew you, I feel like this energy just had so much negativity, because this is my mom's partner. She had so much negativity to say about the people who helped build the life you have. And that's another really big red flag that we can clock together, Leo, is like, if they hate everything that was a part of your life, that's the number one thing. Like, if they don't like, Leo, okay, Leo, you should do the simple thing. You should be with people who think you're fucking hot, because you are. That you don't need to be with people like, I don't, like, Leo, you know, because like my mom, she's with someone right now who like hates what she does, hates how her personality is, hates what she likes, and like makes fun of it and judges it and is rude. And I hate that, Leo. I hate when you guys get in cycles with people like that, because they always just don't like you, and then they make you think that you just feel like sorry. You just feel, because you get around those types of people and then you start chasing people, and that is like the worst type of Leo. I hate a Leo who's trying to chase a bunch of people, because you're gonna go chase a bunch of losers who aren't even a fraction of what you are at all. Like, off top, it's like, and then it's like all your guys back home are looking at you like, brother, like, why are you acting like you don't got no damn sense, brother? This is all you. This is everything. This is all you. And this energy has just brought you into a delusional land. I also feel like you were dealing with someone who had a mental health issue. You guys are dealing with someone who's not there all the way. Yes. Albeit schizophrenia, bipolar, you name it. Whoever this was is like undiagnosed. Or they don't have enough diagnoses, okay? Because, yeah. The spiritual root of it is that they're demonic. But yes, on a third dimensional sense, they have active diagnosis that should be assessed. Yes. And in the recent past, it's so beautiful. You've been getting so much encouragement, 8 of Rods, to walk away. Look, 8-8. Leo, from now until the 8-8 portal, from now until August 8th, your life is going to accelerate in such a positive, beautiful way. You walked away, and from now until August 8th, you are about to inherit back 10 Pentacles in a way you didn't even think was possible. God promised you. God was like, you were actually victimized. This thing did attack you. Wasn't supposed to, it did attack you. So if you do the thing God asked, and because God helps you through everything. People attack me all the time. You just got to listen for God if you want to get out of it. God's like, leave. You left. And God's like, good. Now I can funnel in and give you what you really desire. And it already has the 10 Pentacles for you. It's like already there. And I think you know that. Because I think the thing that you're ready to savor after this whole being at sea, this is like, welcome home, Leo. Welcome to your spiritual kingdom. And there's your spirit family, like, waiting for you. They're so, like, finally, you're with your, you know, you're with your kingdom spouse, if you will. That's cool. Good for you guys. Really excited for you guys to trust in that. Trust me in that. Trust me on that. Like, they're coming. You know, because you did walk away. God is confirming it. Leo walked away. You did. You did, and that's all it took. You walked away because I think when you saw the sort of real reflection of, like, what's really supposed to be in your kingdom, dude, like, I think you just, it's like an apology you have. It's not just, it's not like, I'm sorry. It's more like you were and always were what it really was. You are my love. You are my heart. You are the truth. This is what's really for me. These people are really my friends. Those people are not my friends. This is really my partner. That is not a partner. This is really family to me. That's not family. I should stop calling them family type of thing. You're there right now. And I'm so happy for you guys. Oh my God, this is the most beautiful reading ever. Oh my God. Leo, this is the most beautiful reading ever. Do you know what is crowning your reading? This love is materialized. Leo. Wow, Leo. There's a partnership on astral. Could be friends, could be business, could be love. But this is truly a muse level love. This is soulmate. And I think you get a soulmate. I think they're ready for you now. And I actually think that, weirdly enough, you know that this high ideal that's up in Tethered, in order for this to come down as something real in Malkuth, you were going to have to go deep sea diving into all of your emotions, and you were going to have to clean it all up and get it all straightened out, because this thing made you feel a whole new range of emotions that really isolated and showed you how many emotions you have. That, again, we talked about that snowball. It just seems like it's not a bad thing. It's not like someone did so much emotional wreckage. I think it's more so, Leo, like, you've just, your whole life, you've never given yourself an emotional break. You've never allowed yourself to be like, I'm gonna stop. If I've outgrown something, let myself, like, process that I've outgrown this, and then I'm going in a different direction. You know what I mean? It's like just too many friends rolling over. It's not the 2010s anymore, but somehow you still gotta answer text messages from bitches you was hanging out with in 2011. You know, it's like, it's like, I just think there needed to be more, like, something to break up with some of this emotion. It's just like too many people pulling on your emotions because your heart is wide open. Your heart was wide open. But I mean, your heart is wide open, and at the same time, it's like, don't ever change, Leo. Like, you can't. It's not possible. It's like biologically not possible for you to close your heart chakra, but, like, I don't want you to ever feel like that would be cooler. It's not. Because you can, I think what this is going to teach you is that you can still bring in true love as long as the heart stays open. Like, you can be in this situation where you're lost at sea and that you're fucked up, but if you did it open-hearted, which it looks like you did, you actually get this. And this is really cool, because this is actually like meeting at a chapter in a phase in your life where you're actually ready for this. It's like, you know, there's love stories that are about building you from the ground up, but there's also like times when it's just like, I didn't expect to see you at this chapter in my life, but it's like, weirdly enough, you're perfect for this. It's cool, because I think this person is this energy. It's not just person. It's like this new energy is a soulmate level frequency. It's a high quality, like, union frequency. But the cool thing is, like, the journey to identifying them came from the experiences you're having with this whole ship and yada. But it's also like their strengths and what you're so, like, enamored with is actually how they have the key to how to, like, make sense of all this, weirdly enough. Like, I think that's how you knew. That's kind of why you know. It's like, you can't actually take, it's like me and Dennis, we can't take the stain out of his, like, rehab situation or my best friend dying of heroin overdose out of our story, because it's how I was able to identify my husband, because he was sensitive to what I was going through. I had just lost my best friend to a heroin overdose. That was tough. He had just got lied on and told and submitted to a high accountability place and told that he has an issue with heroin that he's never used. So ironically enough, if it wasn't for him getting into BRZ and if it wasn't for my best friend dying, I wouldn't have known Dennis had this capacity, you know, for this bigger, because that was contemporarily what was on my plate. It's like, you can't get from here to there. And so I think you want love right now, but they'd have to take what's on your actual plate. And this person, it's like making you so excited because it's just like, they are so aware of my situation. They know exactly what's going on. And I think that's why you were holding back from it, honestly. Because I think you thought, oh God, I think you thought you were gonna have to come out and tell them all this stuff. And it's like, they already know. Not only they already know, it's like yeah. It actually makes you guys similar. So beautiful. It's like something you've really wanted to manifest. This was just, I'm just gonna let you know that sometimes, Leos, you do it the, you know, the madness and badness way, but it's, you get what you want in the end. You always get what you want. Are you kidding? You're like the only child of the zodiac, right? But this was all because, like, at the end of the day, let me just say, this was a storm you created. Because I think in your heart of hearts, like, there's what's going on the outside, and it's like, oh no, I'm getting a divorce. No. It's like, no, bummer. But it's almost like you were subconsciously triggering so much collapse because this had already happened. You were already in love on astral. It looks like in love with the truth on astral. And so when the truth is evidence now, like, you don't really give a fuck about these girls chatting shit too much. Don't get too carried away about what you girls, like, yeah, of course, you know, because you're thinking about it. It's like, oh, you know, these girls are going to have a field day when they see me pop out with this bad bitch. But you know, in your spirit, you're like, yeah, but that's the like what you guys are seeing. When you see, like, Leo, when they see you popping out on the ground with that bad bitch, brother. And it's like, you get spit out and you know exactly what your path is. And it's so beautiful because I think this is like the first time in your life where you're starting a new beginning and you know what path you're supposed to walk from, like, a mature place. And you also have your whole world in your hands. Like, you know how to run the world you have. I mean, ironically enough, being with, like, a schizophrenic psychopath will teach you how to, like, you know, pattern recognition and how to run the Navy. You know, it'll teach you some things. And I feel like no matter what, the gift of, like, this posture at the beginning of creating a new path for yourself and feeling really, I feel like you feel super empowered, which is very beautiful. I feel like you're looking right back at the times and you're seeing this, like, look at this. Like, this is you. You're looking right back at what it was like when you were lost at sea, and you're like, okay, beautiful. Because that whole experience, which I think you didn't have clarity on, you were terrified of it, it was horrible, it was dramatic, it was a lot. The best part about it is that very, very quickly you get met with the new beginning and the new power that you have to create a new beginning that you actually want for the first time in your life. It's not the one someone picked for you. It's not a path that someone's going to be able to exploit you out of. It's, like, actually the one, like, you can just, like, create, and it honors whatever it is that you are and you want. And it's like, it also is beautiful because you get, before you start it, you look back and you're like, I know exactly what locking myself out of what I really desire looks like. Maybe that's what we should call this one for you. You know that now. But so good. Because you know that being lost at sea feeling was nothing but you locking yourself out. And I want to empower you because that demonic force has no power over you. At the root of it, it is just a self-harm thing. It's like, well, if you're going to keep yourself in these cycles where you're walking down a path, why do you keep walking a path that locks you out? So this is about being like, what choice am I going to do? I'm going to take the path that doesn't lock me out this time because I've already done that. I would suggest that for you, Leo. No matter what, take the other, because no matter what, Leo, for you, because when you're so here's another thing. I don't really do second chances. Sorry, I don't. I try to, like, preface that with people just because it's like, most people, like, are just, like, karmic, like, you know, for me, like, it's cyclical, so, like, not as, like, necessarily negative karmics, but they are just karma. So not everybody's, like, soul tribe. So for me, a lot of times, like, I'm whatever, but I think yeah, it's like, I would definitely say for you, Leo, this is the type of situation where it's like, the way that these people went out, if you needed confirmation, you need to know that it's like, there would never be a reason to relearn that lesson. Like, there would never be a reason to go down that path again, ever. Like, ever. I feel like you feel that way. It's like it would never happen again. And so it would be best to do that. But I think you have a, I feel like a bride. It's like funny. This Queen of Cups. It's true love. I feel there's, Leo, someone who's like, your psyche has a face. It's like a muse. Your psyche has like a, because I'm almost seeing like Laura Palmer. Like, I'm seeing like you have like a, like the center of a cinema world or something. It's like this, it's like the character of a universe in your head. And I feel like they've been like in your dream state, in your psyche. It's like on the back of your eyelids. There's an image of this. And I think being lost at sea, I almost feel that way. I feel like you've been writing like a lot of love letters at sea. That's funny. For this. Because she's just when you were at sea, it's like she's just a thing I can't get. I'm at sea. These are all the telepathic, like, are you getting my love letters? I'm at sea, and I'm learning so much about myself. But it's like the war vet who just, all he can think about when he's like in Vietnam on the front lines, like, my wife, my love back home. I can't wait to get home. It's like, what the fuck? And she's over here, it's like trying to like discern and like feel for the spiritual truth that you're sending. It's interesting. And Leo, I want to give you another very clear message from God. Karma is on your side. So you really want to go offer, you really want to go flowers, date. Can I? And I feel like because of the timing, I feel like you feel like because this, I was just at sea. It's like I was just at sea yesterday, and now I'm trying to take you to Red Lobster. Just kidding. Take me shit. But I just want to confirm to you because I think you're contemplating that. And I, obviously you're human. So you're like, I don't know how this is going to look to the outside world. First of all, you don't got to tell anybody about what your business is. You don't. It's like, not like we have to post shit on Snapchat, right? You don't got to be like, I'm moving on and I got to like announce all that. You don't got to announce your plays. You're fine. No one cares either. So you're fine. But, I do feel like you do need to know karma this is your good karma. It's your good karma to get to go and not feel weird about this. It's your good karma. You should. They're open. Your heart's been open, their heart's been open. It's good. It's good for you. But I'm here to confirm, I think you might feel like, I feel like really called to do it, and that's the thing, is if your feeling feels really strong to do it, you should do it, because that's your justice. Like, it's like, because you won't get, I will also say with this situation, with all this bill, they took so much, you're not going to get anything from it. So this is the divine really wanting me to come through and be like, you should go do that, because you're not going to get anything from this other situation. Like, you're dead on the money about, like, I feel like I should let myself go have that, because I'm not going to get any repayment for what the fuck I just got dealt with, Like, my mom let herself have a spring break without her boyfriend or whatever, because she's not going to get back her life, so she might as well go be with her kids as soon as she fucking comes to consciousness, Let's keep going. Let's see what else we got. Leo. Oh my god. Leo, what? You were terrified of your lover. That's so funny. You were fucking freaked out. But only because they caught you in the middle of lying to yourself. You were really scared of your lover and you were really freaked out about them because you know who they are. You knew who they were. It's like you would have always known. It's like your lover is like the lovers is like the soul You guys like came here to do this together. So it wouldn't feel like I think I just met some girl. No, it would be the opposite feeling. It would be like I feel like this person and I came here to do this shit together, actually. But you were terrified of facing them. You wanna know why? Because you were in the middle line of your spirit. I think that's the thing that I do think you do. It's kind of a little bit of like an apology vibe, and that's why you're kind of in a knight and they're in a queen, because you can tell they followed God's plan, and it looks like maybe you got like you're not exactly where you were supposed to be, 100%, because you were fucking around with some bullshit. And I think that's why you were so terrified of telling them that they are your lover, because it's like that's where the damage kind of control needs to come in. But again, I think you already know that they already know what you're lying about. They know because, again, remember I started this and I was like, Leah, don't say so-and-so is playing my role when they're not. I'm playing my role for you. Like, don't, you know? So this lover knew the whole time. That's why I think no one could see this. I think to everyone else, what this whole shit pinata, this siren, scary demon energy, I don't think anybody knows that was what you're dealing with, except for your lover. They were the person who knew the whole time. Another reason why you're able to identify them, because they're the only ones who have brought up the conclusions about where the evidence was. They think about things in a way that you didn't. You're like, I didn't even draw that conclusion. I should have saw that too. Huh. Leo, did you just burn some shit to the ground with karma? You just fucking cuss some bitches out off top live? With some karma? For your divine temperance angel? So temperance, your divine temperance angel, this angelic frequency for you has balanced you out by the glory of God. There is some like third party like angelic assistance that helped you come really balanced, and now they helped you get the justice you deserve, because I think they gave you a lot of back end information you really needed. This is like just divine intel, and now you can properly go in and run some smoke on these guys. Like, you properly can go in and fucking clear these runs out, actually. Like, I think there was a lot of times when you thought like you had to be like the Gentile, like the gentle giant, like, oh, like, you know, that. And Leo's, okay, so since it's just us here, let me just say, I fucking hate when you guys want to leave the shadow at home. No, we're the mean girls. No, Leo, no, we need to be in the Wendy's drive-thru talking shit. No, we can't. No, I don't like you when you're nice to everybody. No, Leo, we call people ugly. Let's not. No. Yeah, some people are bad built. Just tell them that. They're not pretty. No, Leo, no. If a kid can't be like, Mom, you look fat in that, then what the fuck do we have? You know? Leo, no. Take it from me. I literally would kill to go back to any night that I was on 6th Street with my best fucking friend, Big Titty Gabby, proper Leo best friend. July 24th, proper first Deacon Leo, my sister. Proper sister. And Jesus Christ, I would go back and party with her and be free with her and be in my car with her any fucking day. Just because when me and my bitch were piped up, we were literally always piped up. Leo, it's like, let's not do that ever again where we're like trying to be like nice. Ugh. To ugly bitches? Leo, I hate to break it to you, but everything around you needs to be attractive. It doesn't. You're not ugly. You don't even have, but it's like, you're not ugly, but it's not vain to want to not be around people who are ugly and busted. I just feel like all these bitches that baited you out to sea, the worst part about it is like how fucking crusty dusted they are. They're just ew. They like ew. Type of shit. And I just think you're just like you're too gorgeous. Like my mom looks like me. So you know what I mean? So it's like I'm like, Mom, you really the ugly, it's like she's been doing it since 2020 with this guy. Like, but he's ugly. Leo, I don't give a fuck who you fuck on. I want you to fuck everyone. Go for it. I'm fucking with you on that, brother. But ugly is where you lost me. I don't know what the fuck these bitches went up to you and had to say to get you to commit to that. Leo, I want you to stop making art with ugly people. I'm sorry. It's not good for your brand. You know, it's not. And in this new cycle, you have me. So let's just not, like, don't go looking for friends. Don't go looking for bitches. Like, we don't need that. We don't need that because, listen, if we're going to add on to the clique, if we're going to add on to our posse and their uggos, what's the point? What are we going to get out of that? They're going to be orbiting around us anyways. What are we going to get out of that, dude? No. Some bitches are ugly. Leo, I don't care what fucking police officer PC guy came up to you and made you feel some type of way and told you you were prideful. Fuck them. Because the only people that want to tell you you're too proud of the fucking shit you have are ugly. Jesus. And you're just not that, So yeah, let's take that face card and let's fucking decline a few bitches at the door. Can we? Why fear your bad bitch lover? I would be scared of your fucking lover too, because you over here, you didn't want to show your face around them because you know you're lying on your spirit. You know they don't fuck with the people you was rolling with. You know that. You know that, brother. Hold on. Let's get some clarifiers, babes. Well, I'm glad we're having fun and hanging out. It's like a fun little, what is it? Is it Wednesday? Fun little Wednesday vibe. Okay, let's see, Leos. I'm thrilled for you girls. Thank God you're leaving the fuggos behind. Jesus Lord. Fucking ugly ass bitches. Ew. Like, I don't even have time. Like, if you're fucking actually just ugly, it's like, what are we talking about? It's like, we don't have to change certain parts of the old world, right? Like, the old world was like, the people that were worth your time were pretty, right? Like, we started there. It's like, because, Leo, I think you were just confusing people. So people were like, what are you into these days? No shade. Because I've just been seeing you pop off with one too many fuggos. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Because you were just known as being hot, so I don't know if it seems like a wound. Let's clarify. Let's see how you did the 8 of Cups. Let's see how you walked away. Oh. So you literally, like, Leo, it looks like you had some emotional situation that was false. So it looks like you just, like, went into a different, like, you went to, like, it's like going to work. It's like, I'm leaving. It's like, we know you walked away because you're not there. We know the truth because you're not there. It's like, what you're truly investing in, you're in front of right now. That's what you've already said what you said. Yep. Because somebody had a schizophrenic episode and it was like, oh, no, honey, this can never work. No. Someone got too poo shiesty. Oh, I'm literally, you had a poo shiesty type. And they're ugly. Trying to act like poo shiesty and you're ugly. Oh, Leo, and I think you're expecting someone to have, like, transformed. Like, I think you feel like this person is closed off, is like, nah. I feel like you'd feel that way because I think you thought that they didn't, it's like, I haven't even told them, like, why I'm not over there building and grounding. I also think that this is a boundary that you cut off for someone. I think you're going to go up to somebody and they're not expecting you to do this. You, like, put your sword down. Like, again, you're ending King of Swords. You're in a totally different posture. Dude, your soulmate really helped you out. Your soulmate just makes you feel fucking good also. It's like the people that are for you. Like, the highest timeline, like all the bitches that come with that. they put you in your king, and you finally put a stop to some fucking nonsense bull malarkey. Because you basically, it was like a simple switch. It was like overnight. It's like, oh, wait, I have authority in my voice. Let me roar. And I feel like you roared. Because you have the authority to. I think these ugly fuggos, just, all they could do was just like keep you in an illusion to keep you from speaking from your authority. But you have the authority, so I don't really know. The fuck, I just saw the Emperor. I don't know what the fuck they thought this was. Whoa, Leo. And I think you knew you were gonna have to walk away eventually from this shit, because I don't even know if you knew that it was like you were actually gonna leave, because I think you were binded to it in some sort of demonic way. But I also kind of feel like it's like Knight of Wands. It's like something was calling the Kundalini out of you. Like something is like, it's a lot of like, in the recent past, a lot of late night strokes, you know what I mean, of what your true desire is. Like you're really building up a connection to what you really desire, right? This is like self-pleasure. This is like you connecting yourself. This is like, I can do battle, but you were meditating on your own energy for so long. Maybe soulmate, twin flame energy like brings that out of you. It like helped you to like really like be bold enough to finally leave. Because I think you just are so attracted to something else that just like motivated you to leave. And I think it just works out because it would be that way if you're because again, cheating is based on lies. Cheating is not actually something that would happen in nature. Like you're not going to find somebody who's actually in a love situation be in a cheating situation. If somebody ends up in a cheating situation, there was never any real love, because love makes security. Cheating is a premise that comes from insecurity. Like there's nothing subtractive. Like my beliefs about love is like nothing can subtract. Like the quality of me and Dennis's relationship is based on like what we put into it and how we show up to it. It's not something that can ever be subtracted because of other experiences that I have. It will only be what it is based on how we deal with it, right? And so I kind of feel like that's what the message was for you in the past. Whereas like, I guess your passions and your desires are obviously not the things that you were having to walk away from. But I think it was like your desires were getting so turned up in the past that it was like really putting you in this Knight of Wands where it was like almost like maybe you thought you were being a player. Maybe you thought you were like, oh, I'm thinking with my dick. Like that's why I'm not like whatever. Or like I'm just being moved by a lot of like desire to like, I feel like you just want to create a lot. It's like something that's like really just like, I don't know. It's like, I think there's something, I also kind of feel like there's something you like really want to collaborate. It's like, you know, I want to leave, it's almost kind of like, I want to leave collaboration. It's like, I want to leave this collaboration. I want to go do that collaboration because I actually desire that collaboration a lot more. I don't know. Something like that. Someone wanted to leave you a wound so that you wouldn't do this, so that you wouldn't connect with this person, and you know that. They wanted to destroy your prophecy. They wanted you so wounded. They wanted your guard down so that when this person was in your face, you wouldn't recognize it. They wanted, Leo, whoever was with you, and this is what I don't like about when abusers get around you, Leo. You want to know I'm talking about, why I'm talking about ugly people? They want to change your image. Like, I'm so serious, dude. Like, one of the things I hated the most is, like, my mom really lost herself, you know? Like I said, I had an almond mom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my mom was, like, a size 2 my whole fucking life. And she started dating this partner, and she's just so... She's fucking 200-something pounds. Fucking... I don't know, dude. She just looks a mess. She just doesn't have any feminine energy. Like, she doesn't have any magnetism anymore. And it's just, like, really disturbing. And it's, like, really hard for me, Leos, because I'm, like, so connected to your attractive energy that it's, like, really just depresses me when you guys, like, lose yourself. But I always know when you guys are with really abusive partners because, like, they won't care about your appearance, or they will literally, like, be making you so miserable, or, like, whatever. I think that someone was just trying to... I think someone really... This is what I'm hearing. Some ugly people plotted on you to siphon your energy to make you as ugly as they are so that your soulmate didn't recognize you because you looked ugly. So that they thought, you can't be the one I'm looking for. So I think all the problems that were happening in the prophecy that you very much knew was for you the whole time was because people were transforming your vessel and you were unrecognizable to your soulmate. Because they had you so out at sea that it's like your soulmate's looking for you on land. They're looking for you like, where are you? Why aren't you at all the places we always used to be at? It's like you're not there anymore. And that's because they were trying to get you somewhere that they wouldn't recognize because they were trying to keep you places they knew this person doesn't want to go, doesn't want to do, wouldn't want to do, just to keep you busy. I think you know that. You're like, wait. Okay, I feel like you guys keep just trying to like actually, I think you feel like you're not telling anybody this, but you're like looking around at people. Like your discernment is like so freaky right now because of all this Aries truth. that you're like really like seeing through these guys, and you're like, wait, okay, I actually kind of just feel like though, like you are really seeing this like you're having like a Scooby-Doo movie. Maybe go watch a Scooby-Doo movie tonight. I wish we could fucking watch that together, Leo. That'd be fun. Let's watch that together, Leo. One day to celebrate this, we'll watch the fucking Scooby-Doo movie together. Smoke a blazer or something, you know? But it's like that. It's like you're like the Scooby-Doo movie because it's like the cauldron of all these demonic souls. It's like, what the fuck? It's like you're just seeing so much right now, I think. Because I think you're just like seeing like, oh, specifically, you girls didn't want me to get this soulmate. I think you also know how desired your soulmate is. And it also shows you how desired you really are, but it also shows you how desired your soulmate is. Like this music you have, because so many people really didn't want them to be able to recognize you. It's crazy. I'm sorry about the nipple cam, you know? A little cold in this bitch. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's you, horn dogs. Or you're cold, I don't know. And in the near future, it's like there is a star in your lantern that is leading you through. You're gonna take the path of discernment. You're gonna walk as a hermit. You're gonna be more, Leo, this is gonna be the best you, Leo, we're so back, babes. Leo, we're so back. We're like so back, babes. Because this is the Leo I fucking love. The Leo's like, I'm gonna make a path, but I'm gonna make sure that because I know I'm the sun, how about I put my shit in the lamp? How about I don't try to be anybody's universe? How about I use my Leo light just to light me up and not the whole world, the whole galaxy anymore? You're taking your star and putting it in your own lantern to light your own personal way forward. You are no longer gonna be the central sun of everybody else's universe. Cause fuck them. Because all this shit that got revealed, just because, you know what I mean? Oh my God, you're about to be a super fool for love. Oh my God, this is so great. You're about to really, it's great. Cause you know, it's like super, it's like good. It's like, this is not that. This is not that. This is not schizophrenia land. It's not. It's grounded love. It's open-hearted love. Whoa. And Leo, I think another reason you didn't come forward is because this Queen of Cups, I don't think they understand that you want forever. I think also Leo, you know their perception of you. I think you know what, yeah, you just know what their perception of you is, which is, I think you might think that they think they're a lot more disposable to you than they actually are, which I just think is really endearing. I think you just think this whole thing about this fucking Muse 5 fucking vibration is just really sweet, because it's just like, they treat me with the humility, like they just make you, it's not a pedestal, it's like your actual, they make you feel like the sun, kind of, is what I feel. Because I just think it's sweet that you want to go up to them and be like, it's only karmically right that like I'm connected to you forever. And that's why it's like the timing of that had to be really appropriate, because you didn't want, it's like you really know what you want out of this. You know what you feel out of it. Not even like out of it, like, I know what I want from you. But I mean, like, you really know what you want to be able to feel with this thing. But I think the most important thing is that I think you could be with this thing forever. And that feels like a karmic reward from having to be brought through such a epic tale. Like, I feel like what the whole sea journey of being like summoned out to sea and kind of fucked over is like such an epic tale for such a chapter. You know, I think you even see how short it all really is. Like, I think you're giving which is great. I'm so glad you're like giving yourself so much grace, because it's like, damn, it wasn't even shit though too. It was like a couple years on them. It's like, you know, it's gonna fold into life so weird, and it might have had some weird like karma and baggage to it, but it's like, that's so crazy for us to make all that karma and baggage. I should have seen that as what that was, because it's like so short, like it just, and you're so not who that version of you was anymore. So it's just like, it's so, oh, Leo, I love you guys so much. Oh my God. I also think what your lover does for work scares you, because you know you can't lie to them. I think your lover, there's a high priestess lover who does work. And so I think there's like, remember how the lovers was clarified for this Seven of Swords? You didn't really show your face because you know they'd see right through you. I think the people that are really for you see right through you, Leo. So that's why you also kind of were isolating yourself, because you didn't want anybody who really knows the real you to even see this dark cycle at a higher level self. Let's see, false clarification. This is so awesome. Leo, this is so awesome. Fuck yes. Take that motherfucking investment back, bitch. This is so cool. Matter of fact, this is Leo being like, actually, you can go. Yeah. Actually, no, we're not doing this anymore. Yeah, how about that? How about I actually just take my check? Okay. Oh, you guys can do this without me? Great. I'll go. You just did that. It's cool. Oh, you got this under control? Oh, you're just whoring yourself out while I'm over here being like, okay, that's cool. You got that. Let me just take my little out the picture, and you can keep whatever you got, and we'll see how that works out for you. And you're so excited to do that because your lover already has the 10 pentacles, because they're a real ass bitch. You already have 10 cups. The best thing you can do is stop paying for these bitches Balenci's. That's for sure ski. You'll definitely see a little bit of something on that. And it's something you're creating. You're no longer creating. You're about to bring down a tower for someone, and it is karmically just that you do that. That you go up to these people who are fucking with you and you say, I see you for who you are. I see what you've done here. I see that you really counted on me being too scared to speak up about my castle that you're sitting in here disrespecting. But get the fuck out of my swamp. That's what you're on. Get the fuck out of my swamp today. We're not creating anything further here. And yeah, I'm actually not scared to say that. I have every right to say that because this ain't nothing but a cycle. And with God bless, no man can curse. So don't matter what the fuck these bitches think they got you stuck in. Stuck in what? Could never be you. Could never be you. Leo, we went on a journey, didn't we? I love you guys literally more than you know. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'll tell you what happened to me on the 13th as a closing, because we already got the message. Love you guys. So I'll just start talking to you because we can hang out now. But on the 13th, so one of the like other guys that I like manage my job with, he's super cool, and he's just like really awesome, and he's like a really healthy, he's cool, his name's Kamari, and he's like black, he's awesome, and yeah, and he's like one of the people that I pretty much, he's like the other person that I pretty much like gonna be like, you know, creating the space with. And so it's August what the fuck am I talking about? It's April 13th. Yeah, it was April 13th. And me and him were working, he's like training me and doing whatever, and we're like blah, blah, blah. And I found out, and I was like, we were doing some back end stuff and some like training stuff, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't even realize we offered heart-shaped pizzas on our menu year round. I was like super stoked on it. I was like telling him, I was like, oh, it's cool because like I'm just like a Valentine's baby. And he's like, oh shit, no. And I was like, well, technically I'm actually the 13th. And he was like, he just like screams like, what? And I was like, what? And he was like, you're fucking born on the 13th? I was like, what? And he was like, I'm fucking born on fucking, I was like, what? You're a 13th, baby? He's like, yeah. I was like, what month? And he was just so, he just looked at me when I told him I was February 13th, and he was just like, and he just, his face was just like, and he's such a fucking cool guy. But it's like, but then I was like, well, when's your birthday? He's August 13th. I said, and so it was crazy because, you know, I was reluctant about re-partnering and doing the kind of community service sector with Tethered Studios. I was just like, after Fresh Monkey, I was like, this is why we can't have nice things. This is why you can't help anybody. You can't do any service work because these niggas are gonna fucking do the shit. And I was like really burnt off of it. But I was like, no, God really asked me to be in service right now and to make sure that my studio is like showing face by like dedicating several set hours out of the week where we're decentering our work and just serving our community that we live in, and that we'll be putting our businesses and brick and mortar. So it was like, whatever. So I was like, okay. So I was just like, you know what, God, just like, you know, have your way in my life. And you know, if Peace, Love, and Pizza is really down for what my ideas are in terms of like the long-term vision, like just reveal that to me. And I get there, and the guy that I'm supposed to be like pretty much like sharing this creative vision with is like my exact ecliptic twin. Like August 13th and February 13th are exactly opposite, and he's just got such a great rapport with me, and it was like really so beautiful because I was like, he's so Leo and he's so proud to be a big Leo, and and we were just like instant like best friends, and it just like really made me feel good because I haven't seen Leo healthy in a long time, and he just like really made me feel really happy, and we just like freaked out because we were like, that's some 13 magic. Like the 13 babies will get it in the chat, that's why they're probably freaking out about it, but like he and I were just like, only the 13th would assemble us and make us talk about how we're both born on the 13th. So that really made me happy, and I meant to share that and write that with you, and I meant to write a bunch of stuff, and I'm sorry I was so late. I've been meaning to talk to you guys, but I made up for it by almost being 2 hours long. Leo, you guys know, like, I'm always personally available for you guys no matter what. You know our email, you know our phone number, you know whatever, you know, like you know, it's like you know how to access us. We're like always here. But if you ever need a friend to talk to, I would really rather you utilize this community, this space, you know, and just be here. And I think a lot of you, like, if you've watched this far, you probably do watch a lot of these videos, and they are actually what helped you wean off of your friends, because I think you need connection. I mean, your heart is wide open, you always need connection. So I think it's not that you want to be around, you're really like trying to be super tied to like toxic people. It's just that like you really have a big desire for like connection, and so it's not something you can really like live a day without. Like Leo really doesn't want to like ever not be connected to anyone, and so I think me making this business really helps our Leo collective very specifically, because it helps you guys have a little bit better standards. Like, you know, I know you guys really fuck with me the long way, which is awesome, because I think we're just like, you know, there's just a natural kinship, a natural like magnetism there, and that's helpful because I think, you know, it's safe, and I also don't like do anything in your real life. Like I don't fuck your actual real life up, and so coming to this space, and when you feel lonely, just like running this up is actually like helped you in a lot of ways so that you have higher vibrational conversations. And I think actually a lot of that compare and contrast energy did come from the studio. It's like, well, Alexis is always like talking like this, and when I'm around these guys, we're not talking at all. Like we're just like having a stroke, like facing the fronto, you know. It's like, so, you know, I think you got introduced to better, and I hope that the studio could have facilitated that for you. But if you ever need a safe space, you know this is your home. This is always your home. And that's it. I want nothing but the best for you. This is like so exciting. You're about to have like the best Aries new moon ever. So, but yeah, I'm excited. We'll see what this one's called. I got to do something good for you guys, so you guys know to come in here and hang out with us. But thank you guys for letting me do almost a 2-hour full-length film. One actor, one film, camera. It's kind of my thing. It's kind of my shtick. But we'll probably run this one back because this one's a successful one. This one's great. So love you guys. Have a great night. My eyes are tired. I'm putting on my glasses and going to bed now. Okay. Big kiss. Peace.